That's it. The power has gone to your head. Seriously. You got me looking up how to pick up Pika poo-poos. No, I'm your friend. I'm the talent, but I will not bow to a false king. We're America, darn it. Does this A on my helmet stand for France? Welcome back once again. It is time for the Comics Coffee Table. That's right. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. We congregate here at our very own Comics Coffee Table. Bring a cuppa, whatever it is you're shoving under your nose today there, Pally. Pre-recorded live before a studio audience of my stuffed animals. It's the Comics Coffee Table. Thank you so very much for joining us today. That's good. Guatemalan Huehuetenango, one of my favorite coffee beans. And, well, there's a button in my banner on my homepage here at YouTube. You can get your own coffee. Not a paid advertisement. I'm not a shill. No, I'm a happy customer. And, yeah, mom and pop store. Support local businesses. And they ship. You know, they do. And, we talk about comic books every day. 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern Daily is the live premiere. There's a live chat premiere as well. And people just congregate there and we talk about comic books for a couple of minutes every day, once a day, to take our minds off our minds, to take a break. We're going to leave the real world's problems over there. We're going to pull up a chair to our Comics Coffee Table. The coffee table was always where my friends and I would congregate. We would shoot the breeze. There would be a stack of movies, a stack of music, a stack of books, and a stack of comic books. We were always trying to get each other to read. So it's in that spirit that this Comics Coffee Table exists and perpetuates to continue this comic book shop-style conversation. Something I like to call Holy Ground, Highlander, or Holy Ground, Batman. It's called the local comic book shop, and I want to use my platform and amplify my voice for my agenda, my messaging, my activism as an ordained minister, my evangelism. As an ordained minister of all things geeky, I am also the anti-pope and guru of Xanadu. I am one of Doomcock's legions. Yes, that's right. It's fun. And how are you today? I hope you're clobbering your problems and not being clobbered by them. But yeah, I'm amplifying my voice and using my platform to spread the message, to get you to go back to your local comic book shop and spend your money there. I need supplies, and chances are you might as well. See, I'm reboxing, reboarding, and rebagging my entire comic book collection. And I definitely need new supplies in order to do that. I need boxes. I need bags. And I need acid-free coated, one-side coated backing boards as well. And I could be getting these off of my online supply chain, you know, the free shipping, the built-in movie network, and like, you know, at probably a big discount too. But I am agreeing to pay the retail markup and get my supplies from my local comic book shop. It's not because I'm naive. It's because I want to literally redistribute my wealth to where I think it needs it. I want my comic book store to be a healthy, thriving local business. And, you know, and it's up to us to go to our stores and spend our money there. And also, just like, you know, if you're tuned into YouTube, comic book culture, comic book creators, content creator culture, yeah, there's lots to be made in clicks and metrics and gathering the storm clouds of a righteously angry audience about, you know, what's the cause célèbre today of what we're rallying against in the big machine that's, you know, ruining our pastimes and hobby. I mean, our show here takes a little different approach. our show here takes a little bit of a different approach. You know, sure, we can get heated once in a while, but for the most part, it's about enjoying our hobby and loving it. So I've been on this planet 5 decades now, and most of that time I've had my nose buried in a floppy. Yeah, and it's New Release Sunday, and here it is, the ubiquitous brown paper bag. A little rip, yeah. But yeah, the flat bag that we get from our local comic book shop, full of funny books. I got 8 new funny books and 1 back issue. I just had the urge, and I was like, oh, let me look under G. Oh, yeah, you're coming home with me. How much? Okay, I got room for you on my spinner rack. We'll find out in a few minutes. Let's have I need a sip. I'm enthused. I'm elated. Happy Sunday. It's New Release Day. Well, New Release Day is on Wednesday, but we review our new releases every Sunday. So I'll be at the local comic book shop on Wednesday, you know, trying to get what's available. And then Sunday, we show them off and we talk about them a bit. And but also, I want to pimp these 2 books. These were given to me by my parents for Christmas last year. So this season is dedicated to my parents. Thank you so much. I love you. And I'm getting my head around how to grade comics better and using the Overstreet Price guides as well. These are great resources. There are links to both of these publications in the description where you can get your own copies and you can play along at home. This Grading the Comics is a great book. It's there's the 10-point rating scale that's pretty much an industry standard, and it's that number that's on the top of your slab that goes from 10.0, a gem, you know, mint copy, double mint. Is that double mint? Is that double choco mint? Crunchberry mint? Is that what you know? That's no, but for every ding, like little, spine roll or a corner or a tear or a smudge, that's a ding, and those dings take away from the overall condition. So here, this is a near mint, a 9.2. All right, and this is like, it has, a little minor color loss, minor creases around the staple, but like these. So this would be a near mint minus, and it has a list of criteria of what constitutes a 9.2. Spine split, date stamps, cover crease, cover inks and gloss, bindering, printing, cover wear, soiling, staining, spine roll. Tight and flat with no roll. That describes none of my comics. Corners, stress lines, stuff like that, and all down the line. And the more and more, let's go to the opposite, the 1.0. Fair. No reflectivity on the cover gloss. Cover wear, it may be detached. This is probably, there are worse. Incomplete is worse than fair. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, there's a whole 10-point grading scale, a couple of decimals in there, and it's been good to get my head around that. So if you have any questions or concerns about the value or condition of your comic book, bring it to your local comic book shop. This show is for entertainment purposes only, and for and to inform ourselves. This has been fun. It's been great. But yeah, you can go to your local comic book shop, and the owner or the staff should be able to grade that comic book, or at least put you in touch with a professional grader where you can even get that book slabbed, put into carbonite. Oh, 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 oh. That's right, Java. Yeah, so I need boxes, so I'm going to pick up some more boxes this week. I need more backing boards. So that's, hopefully it'll be on a light day. Like if there's only, say if I get 3 new releases on that typical, because there's always one Wednesday where there's not a lot to get. So I'll save those days to, let's bump up my daily spend with some supplies. So I'm buying supplies like almost monthly now. Like, I'll get 3 short boxes. Short boxes, corrugated cardboard, and they're $8.99 a piece. All these add up. It's $14.99 for 100 acid-free backboards. So just all these little, these all add up, and it's a little bit of an expensive hobby. Not as expensive as ice hockey though, which could be like the world's most expensive sport. God bless you if you've got 2 kids that play ice hockey. You know what I mean? You just, there goes your money and there goes your time. Goodbye. I don't think you can resell that equipment either. I mean, you can give it to a little cousin. You know what I mean? But it's funky. Shut up. It's free. It smells funny. Awesome. Yes, I read the show notes. I always read the show notes. We always read Pika's show notes. Always. Yeah, we had our 500th episode recently. Yeah, I did the math. So our 750th episode will come up on January 21st of 2024. And our 1000th episode would be September 27th, 2024. Let's keep chugging along. Let's see if we make it. Why not? We can make it if we try. Pika's very nice enough to write, extensive show notes and calendars and to-do lists for me to accomplish. Yes. Well, I'm just the talent. Like, I literally read everything he writes down. I mean, he's the executive producer. And Drinka is the microphone boom operator and the cameraman. And Canadian Bear, our studio audience. Pre-recorded live before a studio audience of my stuffed animals from our Boston studios. The comics coffee table. I'm a chef. That's it. I call that a stripe. That's a scar. Part of my arm got vaporized. Literally, a 500-degree pan touched my arm for less than a second. I got seared. That thing took... That it took about 2 weeks to stop being weepy. Seriously, keep it dry, keep it wrapped, and and don't let it get infected. Oh my God, burn. Occupational hazard. Cheers. Let's get to it. What's in the bag? Well, we got 8 new releases. Pika, did you sort these already? No? All right. Let's play it by ear. We got 8 new funny books, 1 old funny book, for a total of 9 books I got on new release day. With the 10 cents for the flat bag, I think my spend came to about $42. And I thought, like, oh, 42. Well, I am a Hitchhiker's Guide fan. It's true. Yeah. What? Yeah, that's not the right time, is it? Pre-recorded live before. Let's do it's pre-recorded, comma, live before, All right, let's get to it. Lucked out. All right, I'll put you at the end. Let's start with the worst stuff first. Earlier this week on the 25th, we had a special episode called the Star Wars Special, the real Star Wars Day, October. We're in May. Hello. That's Cecil. Hello. May 25th, 1977, released Star Wars, aka Episode 4, A New Hope. May 25th, 1983, released Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Episode 6. Empire Strikes Back released on the May 21st. And then there's also May the 4th Be With You, which I call Star Warsy Daisies. Yaysies. Hooraisies for Star Warsy Daisies. May the 4th be with you, Z. Oh, stinky old fans. Oh, that's me. I bought a Star Wars funny book. I bought another one. I bought a Marvel one a couple of weeks ago. So Dark Horse Comics had the Star Wars license from the early 1990s until Disney bought Star Wars from Lucas, where they moved the license back to Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics is also owned by Disney, and so they kept it in-house. So, and then there's the whole hubbub about the old continuity, the expanded universe, what gets counted in the new continuity. But recently, Dark Horse has been producing new Star Wars titles, and I took a chance on it. And this is Star Wars Hyperspace Stories. It's an anthology series written by Cecil Castellucci, and they have a different artist. And I believe it's set in different eras for every issue so far. I mean, I didn't get issue 1. I know that issue 3 is going to star Poe and Finn because of the house ad at the back of it. That's the next issue. There's I read it twice because I couldn't get over the art for the first time. Like how can we really tell when something is drawn on a tablet and it's digital? I mean, there are just certain tells and certain giveaways. Like, and look at the onomatopoeia. It just looks. I don't want to take away like from the creators, but I mean, look at that. How awful that onomatopoeia looks. Onomatopoeia is that word right there. A word that's spelled the same way it sounds phonetically, like boom, zap, pow. And when they're spelled like that for the sound effect, that's called onomatopoeia. Yeah. Oh, look at that poorly drawn TIE fighter. I mean, and it's just, well, the story's it's paint by numbers, I said. It's pretty standard, it's not, it's fine, but, I mean, the art just keeps throwing me off on this. I never thought that Star Wars blasters went pew, pew, pew. I don't think that's the Ben Burt sound effect. I don't know. Am I wrong? I don't, but, it's just, yeah, it's just like one and done kind of story. It's Luke and Leia between episodes 4 and 5. So, don't be asking about Splinter of the Mind's Eye. It doesn't exist anymore in canon. But something like this. Look at the grade. Look at the color and the gradient. I don't know how to describe that properly, but I know what I'm looking at, and I know that I'm not satisfied with this art. There's something about it. Maybe it's like it seems a little off. I mean, there's just something about something that appears like to be like, the fine drawings of like pencils and then inks over pencils and then colors over finished artwork. But when done all, digitally, I'm not trying to knock it. There are plenty of really good digital artists out there, like Narwhal, the artist, Pierre Berg, the artist known as Narwhal. There's Irene Stokowski, a.k.a. Reenie Draws. There's my buddy Makini Draws. He's recently made the switch, and he's doing a lot, getting to know his tablet and getting to, get the best potential out of, and how to work with this new medium, but I'm not satisfied with this art. So the art really took me out of the enjoyment of the story. I did go back and reread it just to be fair to this, to the writer, you know what I mean? And but I'm glad I tried it, and that's that. Yeah, that's all I got for that one. We got 2 DC comics this month. This week. Because all they had were the variant covers, which is $1 more on a cardstock. So for $5.99, yikes, wowzers! I got Action Comics 1055. I got it for the Philip Kennedy Johnson story. There's really good art in here by Rafael Sandoval, and it's continuing the story of the return of Cyborg Superman and Metallo and the new Super Family. And then we have 2 backup tales. One is Lois and Clark. the adventures of the newly returned pre-Flashpoint Lois and Clark, who are in their mid-30s, married, and have young son Jonathan. So it's Superman in that cool black suit that's not the solar collecting suit post, coming back from death. No. Or the black suit that he had in Zack Snyder's Justice League, which was really effing dope. And but then you also have Steelworks, this backup. Now, once again, I mean, like I can see it just like, is this drawn on a tablet? Because it's just, the art quality is just, it's not sharp. There's something to it. There's a dullness there. It's a visual, I call it visual tactility. And I barely know what I'm talking about. But it's like, I mean, look how undynamic that panel looks. And I'm not bagging on the artist. I mean, good for them that they're drawing for DC Comics. They're getting published in this, in this magazine. But geez, I mean, my auntie used to say, "Geez, Louise." It's just what flat artwork. You know what I mean? Look at that once again. Look at that onomatopoeia. Is that like? There's. I'm really. It just bad art just takes me out so quickly. But yeah, this is. Here we go, and that's just. Yeah, that's. And what I like about this, the best thing about it is the Rachel Pollack tribute page, which is really nice. And last week's new DC Comics had a tribute page to Al Jaffe, who was he used to draw for Mad Magazine. He lived to be 102 years old. I have one here. I just look at. Yeah, this is from World's Finest 15 from last week. But yeah, Mad Magazine's Al Jaffe, which was part of the Warner Brothers DC thing, by its end. And man, living legend. I grew up on a lot of Mad magazines, but just the fact that they had two really nice tributes to deceased artists that, it was really awesome. I really appreciated that. But yeah, will I keep buying this? Maybe. Is $5.99 too much for this? Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. All right, next will be Justice Society of America number 4, $3.99. This is by Jeff Johns, Michael Janin, and with some nice little flashback scenes done by Jerry Ordway. And so yeah, we got one page of Ordway art, and because he goes back to World War II, but Michael Janin's art in this is fabulous. I love the way we got this just like Huntress is not showing any skin, but is that bad or is that good? I mean, it's very superhero-y to have, to show, they're not people. They're not even beauty standards. They're just ideal specimens of either humanity or aliens or cyborgs or whatnot. But I like the design on her costume, and I like how she's drawn. That's Helena Wayne of the future. Batman and Catwoman's daughter. Some cool stuff. And so it's really nice because Helena Wayne and Power Girl, Karen Starr, the original Power Girl. This is supposedly the original Power Girl. You know what I mean? And they were a team. And I wonder how this... because is this Helena Wayne... Is this... Oh, boy, because Power Girl has such a convoluted history. So I'm wondering, what changes after the New 52? Because in the New 52, they came from Earth 2. And she was best friends with Helena Wayne, who was Robin. And the two of them get transported to Earth 0 where they were, spent most of their adult years as Power Girl and Huntress, not Supergirl and Robin, knowing they were in a parallel universe. Yeah. I don't know if you know like the convoluted history of the modern Power Girl. Let me know in the comment section. One of the best comics I got this week. This is Marvel Comics. You know how I feel about spending money with people that hate you, but we also need to support artists and writers that just okay. Well, without further ado, this is Storm #1, written by Ann Nocenti. Annie Nocenti also, she wrote Daredevil in the late 80s. She was also the editor of Uncanny X-Men. She took over from Louise Jones. When Louise Jones got married to Walt Simonson, who became Wheezy Simonson, and then started writing X Factor. Hello, and but one thing it's not the best comic book in the world. I don't even know if I'll get issue 2. Maybe I will. But it's so good to have a mostly normal X-Men comic where the voices of every character is spot on. Everyone sounds authentic and genuine to their character. And this could be, filed after X-Men 170, where Storm kills Calypso of the Morlocks and becomes leader of the Morlocks. So that quote unquote just happened. So this could also be, say, Uncanny X-Men 170.1. I wonder if that was an idea that they floated around the X office or the editors thought of, like, hey, wouldn't this make a really good Uncanny X-Men, .1 issue? In the .1, you can smuggle in new stories into the back. It's pretty fun. But I really appreciate. See, like where is this stuff going? Blah blah blah. But it's the characters, and like, look, that living room is right out of God Loves Man. God Loves Man Kills. That's their old living room in the mansion. Oh, and look at that onomatopoeia. That is handwritten. That's hand drawn right there, man. This is really good art. Well, I mean, it's decent art, but it's like, this is fun, and I like this a lot, and really good. Really glad I took a chance on it. Got a couple left here. We got Hunt, Kill, Repeat from Mad Cave #3. This is really fun. This is like Greek mythology meets Kill Bill, and I love the way it's drawn. I love the battle. I love the fight scenes. Really good fight scenes. This could be drawn on a tablet for all I know. I would like to know, like, better tells. Like, how can you tell when something's been drawn on a tablet or not? And is it in the inking? Is it in, because where are the tells? Is it more than a vibe? I just vibe this shit. I could be wrong. But this is really, really good. So Artemis has to go down to the underworld and talk to Uncle Hades. We got Cerebus. We've got Charon, the river, the boatsman. This is a really interesting interpretation of Charon the boatsman. It's very much like Time Bandits in a way, isn't it? I really like that. And this is a good comic book. It's fun. $4.99. Mad Cave Comics, indie publisher. Hey, look, I'm buying indies. Another indie too I got from Scout Comics. Oswald and the Star Chaser, issue 2. This was fun. Now in hindsight, I'm like, oh, it came pre-dinged. Yeah, I gotta watch that at the it was the only issue left, and it had a corner. Like, can I negotiate? Can I ask for $1 off? Because, like, look at that. You're trying to send me a bent comic book like that. I know it's the last one, but you think I can negotiate that? I'm gonna try next time. This could be written on. This is pretty much, I think, drawn on a tablet as well. It could be. But, I mean, I like the lettering in this book, because the lettering has a lot to do with the individual voice of the characters, and it really adds to it. I'm enjoying this book, and for me, this is a lot like what a Star Wars book should be. This has it, and so it's basically this is the kind of story I want out of Star Wars, and I'm not getting. And I'm not too thrilled about the trade dress. You know what I mean? This does not pull me in. I don't know what it's meant to evoke with that kind of font and that style, but I took a chance on it, and I was like, okay. And I came back for issue 2, and guess what? I'll come back for issue 3. I'm really enjoying this so far. Good stuff. I got 2 from Mark Miller, The Ambassadors number 5, and Nightclub number 5 as well. These both got 1 issue left, and which will be coming out soon. Both of these titles are leading into Mark Miller's first summer event of the Miller World called Big Game. It's the return of Wanted in the fraternity. So Nemesis and Nemesis Reloaded is contributing to this as well. Also, the Magic Order. I'm not reading Magic Order. It's not my cup of tea. But, you know, Mark Miller is awesome. And so he's just pulling together all these threads into one big crossover event. Yes, I'm in on this. And he's a really great creator. He's really friendly online. And it's refreshing to have that kind of authentic interaction with a good creator who cares enough to you know, and I don't know if he suffers like trolls. Everyone does. It's the internet. Come on. This is one big bridge. And there are always trolls. The internet's a bridge. Trolls live under the bridge. That's just fairy tales, right? But yeah, great books. Very happy to be tuned into that. Those are our new releases for the week. And from the back bin for $7, really decent content. You know I'm a sucker for the Columbia 10-speed racer banner ad from 1981, early 1982. I got an issue of Ghost Rider. This is gonna look great on my spinner rack with the rest of these Columbia 10-speed bike. Yeah, hey, look, they put 2 pieces of tape. Ooh. And fold this over so it does not get stuck on your cover. But it's, you know, it's a good copy. You know, look, hey, we got a ding right there, ding. Yeah. And this is just really fun. Let's look at the Indicia colophon right here. We got Ghost Rider Volume 1, number 65, February of 1982. So that means this was released in December of 1981. And I would have just turned 9 years old. And I would have bought something like this with my pocket change. 2 quarters and a dime. 4 bits and a dime. 4 bits and 10 cents. Your pocket change. Look at it here. The Lego. Lego's been huge for a long time. And we have the Cracker, not Cracker Jane, Cracker Jack. Let's see, I love the ads in this. We have a model kit for a diorama from Empire Strikes Back, which came out the year before. It's still huge. Look at this. Letters pages. Checklists and letters pages. Daredevil and a Hostess fruit pie ad. Oh, so cool. Here we go. We got the hype box. What do we got here? This month, the Micronauts join Kaiser and Moon Knight. Going to 32 pages. She-Hulk 25. What else did I have here? X-Men 154. ROM 27. Spectacular Spider-Man 83. I'm looking out for Spectacular Spidey number 60. I think because it's got a Frank Miller cover. And here we go. Here are the official rules of the Columbia Bike Contest. Yes, we think that Jim Shooter's kid got the bike in the end. Who actually won this contest? But here are the rules. No purchase necessary. 10 bikes given away this month. Wow. Indeed. And Marvel Bike winners, Department 11, Marvel Comics. 575 Madison Avenue, New York, New York. 10022. Hey, look, learn self-defense and Kung Fu. And look, Dungeons and Dragons. Look at that, huh? TSR Hobbies. Man, that goes way back. But ain't that cool? I think that's cool. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. It's been New Release Sunday, and we've been talking about comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. Yeah, I mean, just we shoot the breeze about comic books for a couple of minutes in a day. We take a break with each other. We pull up a chair to this comics coffee table. Bring a cuppa, whatever it is you're shoving under your nose today, Pally. Seriously. Leave the real world's problems over there and just take your mind off your mind and have a nice, geeky, chill stream with us. Join the comments and keep the conversation going, this comic book shop style conversation. And thank you so much for tuning in today. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.